we talked, I said, Mike, you know what? Building a life like that is not something that is done in an instant, but it is done over the long haul of your life through very small incremental activities in which you choose the hard path of doing what is right, where you build the knowledge and the experience base of doing things. And then I stopped and I said, things that take valor. He said, valor? It's not a word you hear very often. People don't talk like this, Professor Creasman. What are you talking about? I said, valor. He said, valor is like a battle term. I said, absolutely. We're in a battle zone. And you, young men and women of SkillsUSA Ohio, you're in a battle zone. A battle zone for what, you may ask? Well, there are some big stakes on the table, some really big stakes, but the most personal big stakes are you're in a battle zone for your own future. Recent survey, this will be disappointing. Hopefully none of this will be you. 82% of college and high school students surveyed admitted to having cheated on a test. 82%. We have an epidemic of a loss of values, a loss of what made this country great. The values that founded our country are the values that we need now more than anything else. I love the fact that this year SkillsUSA has put in place champions at work, because that's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. We need champions. We need champions right now at a time more than any other. Yes, we need champions in Washington, D.C. and at the highest levels of state government, but we need more champions than that. Our country was not founded or made successful because there were a few people like George Washington who perhaps had some high moral standard and everybody else were a bunch of, loser nobodies. It was founded and successful because the men and women who carved it out of the wilderness all had a common value system. The same kind of value system that SkillsUSA builds upon. The individual, the hands, that's you. And in case somebody's not sure, I'm talking to all the adults in the room as well. Or actually, in my mind, all of you are adults. But all the grown-ups, all the old people, you know who you are. A lot of times you get here to these conferences and have these kind of conversations, and some of the teachers, my peers in essence, I hope this kid over there is listening. They start nodding their head and they're, I hope she's listening. I hope you're listening. This is on all of us. When I saw Virginia Tech, man, I wept. Virginia Tech's not an aberration. It's not an odd moment, unfortunately. It is our present moment. And if we hope to make a difference, and I know you do, we've got to start somewhere. And we start by deciding, I will become the hero in the story. What we need right now are champions. What we need right now are heroes. We're the heroes to save us. And don't look to Washington, D.C. to save us. Don't look to your state to save you. Look right in here. Because in you is the same fiber, the same metal that formed the greatest country in the world. Don't listen to the naysayers. I'm a historian, and I'll talk to any one of you afterwards if you want to have this conversation. You were blessed to be born in this country. You're in the greatest country in the world. But we've got to fight for it. One of my students after Virginia Tech, we talked in my class. She came up and she said, it's too big. I said, what do you mean? She goes, the country? I can't change the country. I'm just me. I said, I know what you're thinking. I mean, what? We go up and knock on President Bush's door. Hey, we got an idea for you. We wouldn't get it very close, would we? How can I change things? Here's how. You can change the world around you. What do you mean? You can live the kind of life that is centered on a moral center. So the world you put your great-grandchildren in is the world you build now. Our founders were very special in this regard. They were very well aware. They were very well aware that they were doing something for posterity. Are you well aware? I want you to be. And so I've got a challenge for you. Are you willing to be a champion? Are you willing? Yes? Stand to your feet if you are. If you're willing to be somebody who says, I will be a champion, I will be valorous, stand to your feet. Now don't stand up if you don't mean it. Can we get the house lights up? Yeah, look around. Look around. Look at these champions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sit back down again. Come on up here. Here comes a champion right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll go and do it. I love you guys. I'll see you around.